everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Jessica, also known as Chicprofessor on Instagram, and I make videos on luxury goods, the pre-loved market, sustainable fashion, and workwear. I got a request a few weeks ago to show my bad weather bags, and I think that is a great idea. I live in a snowy climate. It is snowing right now, and so oftentimes it is a bad weather day. And I actually, when putting together this video, realized that I have a ton of great bags for bad weather. So I have some, if it's like really coming down, like it's a blizzard outside, that I prefer to use, but honestly, I'd say that 3/4 of my bags work really nicely, and it's because of the leather as well as having a full like zip top or some kind of closure at the top of the bag. That seems to make all of the difference in the world. So let me quickly go ahead and show you my bad weather bags. So to start, if it is really blizzarding outside, these are my choices. The Longchamp Le Pliage and the Longchamp Neo medium bag. These are nylon with a little bit of leather on them, and they're just kind of meant to take a beating. They are fairly indestructible except for the corners, and the nylon makes them wipe clean really easy for travel, for weather, for all of that. So these are the best bad weather bags and ones that I am really not worried about at all to take out in any kind of weather. A funny thing about the nylon, I have a Prada nylon crossbody that's quilted, and even though that one's nylon, I'm worried to take that one out for some reason. Maybe it's because it's a lighter color, maybe because of the quilting. It just seems like it looks like lambskin, so I feel like I have to be really careful with it. But in general, nylon is a great fabric for bad weather. Another good fabric for bad weather is going to be a coated canvas. I wouldn't take any kind of just fabric or canvas bag out, but a coated canvas bag can be great. So this Louis Vuitton pochette accessoire I use as a crossbody, and I have a canvas strap to go along with it. So the only piece of leather is this right here, which is already so badly patinaed that I'm really not worried about it getting wet. If you were to buy this in a different print, as in, well, the Azure would also have the same leather, but the Ebene would have a treated leather, so then you don't have to worry about it at all. My only Ebene bag is my Neverfull, and so because that one has a big open top, I don't find that that one is good for bad weather, but the Ebene is the, I guess, ideal print for bad weather. This is the other coated canvas bag I have. So this is a Dagny Dover midi tote, and this one has, again, leather handles, but then is coated canvas, and so this one is a great bad weather bag. It's fairly inexpensive too, so I'm not really worried about it. It doesn't close fully at the top, but it closes enough that I don't find it to be much of an issue. So this one is a pretty good bad weather bag, and some of the other tote models close a little bit more, so they might be a little bit better even for bad weather. Another bag I tend to use in the bad weather is this Phillip Lim Pashley bag. This one does have the same sort of thing where there's a little bit of place where bad weather could get in, but it's the flap mostly protects your bag from that. And then this is, they call it a shark embossed leather, and it's fairly indestructible, and it just kind of, water droplets or snow or whatever just kind of fall right off of it. So this is another pretty good one for bad weather. So in terms of embossed leathers, this is my everyday black bag. I use this the most for work. And the Epi leather, this is the Louis Vuitton Brea. The Epi leather I just find really good against pretty much everything. The bad weather is not usually much of a problem for this. I do love this bag so much that I sometimes get like a little bit nervous, but I've brought it out in the snow and the rain plenty of times. It fully closes at the top, so it's really not bad at all for bad weather, and it is very hardy, so it just kind of does what it needs to do, and it just easily wipes clean. I do find that it has water on it often, like they can kind of get not really stuck in the ridges, but like doesn't swoop off as quickly as like nylon does, but I just wipe it off and I am good to go. Same sort of thing if I want a little clutch. This one is Epi. It's a pochette accessoire as well, but in Epi, it does again have a little bit of leather, but it's treated, so it's, sorry, my camera turned off, so let me keep going. Hopefully I'm in the same spot. The other Epi leather bags that are great are really anything that is a dark color. This one is the pochette accessoire, and this one does have a leather spot, but it's treated. This one is great for bad weather. This one, which is my other Epi leather bag, is the Alma BB. In terms of the leather itself, it would be absolutely fine for bad weather, But the thing is, for me, I just don't bring out this bag because I'm worried about when my clothes are wet, there's gonna be more aspect of color transfer. So it's the light color that makes me a little more weary about this one, but the actual bad weather would be fine for this bag. So to move on to another material, Saffiano leather. It's another great material for bad weather. So this is the Queer Twin bag, Prada, and I think this one is a better bad weather bag than this one because it is light colored, but also because it is an open top. So this is the Luxe Tote. I don't bring this one in bad weather, and actually I only really use that one in the warmer months, so there's less likely to be bad weather here. But this one, because it has the top closure, is a pretty good bet for bad weather. But it is also just kind of a nice bag, so I don't always bring it out, but it does work. Now, cross-hatched leather like this is called Saffiano, and technically Prada is the only one that owns Saffiano, but this is also a Saffiano leather. It is also a cross-hatched leather. This is Ferragamo, and this one is light colored, so I don't always bring it out, but you can certainly get this leather from them in other colors or other shapes. The flap makes it so nothing is going to get wet. The only real issue with this one, besides for the color, is the fabric bow, but the new version of this bag has a leather bow, so that one is totally fine for bad weather. So this one works really nicely. So the last fashion house and last kind of leather I will talk about are the sort of pebbled leathers from Mulberry. This is the Bayswater, the Heritage Bayswater, and all of these leathers have like some kind of, residue isn't the right word, but there's some kind of top on all of these Mulberry leathers that just makes them really hardy and really great for bad weather. So the Bayswater is a great option. The mini zipped Bayswater also has the small grained pebbled leather. This one again is a lighter color, but the only reason I necessarily wouldn't bring this out in bad weather, and I actually have a little bit, it's rained while I've had this bag and it's been fine, but it's because it has suede on the inside and the zipper doesn't fully cover it. I mean, you can kind of cover it most of the way with this one. So it's just because of the like suede microfiber lining that I would be weary about this one, but just this leather in general would be great, and because it zips at the top, it's not so bad. And then the last bag I would bring out is this one, which is the Small Darley, again in that small grained kind of pebbled leather, but because the flap fully closes it, it's totally fine, and the dark color makes it great. I use this as my like special occasions formal bag, so I personally wouldn't bring it out if it was like really bad out, just because I want to keep it, I don't know, special, I guess, but it would be totally fine in bad weather. So as you can see, most of my bags actually work pretty well in the bad weather, which is purposeful. I want bags that are going to be pretty hardy. The few exceptions to that rule I can think of are my multiple open top totes, as well as my lambskin bags. So I have a lambskin Lady Dior bag and a lambskin small Prada bag. Those are not ones I would choose if the weather was going to be bad. I don't really own any velvet or suede bags, but again, those are ones that I would not choose for bad weather. Otherwise though, I think leather is meant to be worn in pretty much any weather, and I think it can generally, if it's made well, it can kind of handle pretty much anything. So that's it. I hope that you found this interesting. I would love to know, what are your bad weather bags? What do you choose when you know the weather isn't going to be great? Do you have like the little raincoats for your bags? Like what is it that you choose to do? So do leave that for me down below. If you have any questions about any of these bags, please let me know, and I hope you have a wonderful day. If you're not already subscribed, I would love to have you subscribe, and I will see you in a future video. Bye.